In 1976, Golden Earring were riding their newfound international fame when they had their most prolific year yet, releasing two albums that year, To the Hilt and Contraband, the latter released that December, and from it the track Mad Love's Coming. Getting kind of a Wishbone Ash feel from this arrangement. And the sound too. It seems like we got like an interlocking bass, lead guitar pattern. Like paced by this kind of metronomic tap on the hi-hat. What did I say about Wishbone Ash? Yeah, we got kind of twin lead going on. We got another guitar entering in. One with a real clean sound, doing the main riff, and the other kind of with more of a searing sound. That rhythm just kind of like swaying back and forth.
You want different positions to keep your love life successful, and you want a happy ending with lots of stud potential.
Okay, let's see where Barry Hay is taking us so far. You want different positions to keep your love life successful, and you want a happy ending with lots of stud potential. Reliable and perpetual without being distasteful. Okay, so he's talking to a friend, and this friend has disclosed that he's trying to spice up his. It's some pretty raunchy young man's talk, I guess. Yeah.
Reliable and perpetual without being distasteful.
I hear that searing guitar just like play over the main riff, like.
My papa says it's not the size, not the way it's looking, it's the way it moves.
I love the way that the bass is kind of like in lockstep with that cadence of the main like guitar riff. The no 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 no.
Stiletto shoes, Papa sure improves, but I bet he's just trying to be commercial. Yeah.
I love the slight kind of rasp that Barry Hay has in his voice, and the way he holds on to those vowels at the end of each line. That lead guitar, the higher guitar, is getting a little bit more intricate, a little bit more involved, a little bit more persistent.
Let me say something simple to you before we get to do the do. Baby, I love you. That takes care of that. You can take off your hat. You and me gotta be the lucky few.
I love how the cadence is basically open, as you know, with the there's a kind of like bass note at the end of each at the beginning of each like figure, and the and that tap on that kind of metronomic tap, and yet at the same time that guitar riff, that main guitar riff, is playing like a real closed, playing in a real closed cadence. The tension between the two. It's real staccato. No, 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 no. Yeah, the contrast between staccato and like searing and.
There's a tourist in the city, the way that lost his lady on purpose. If you ask me, I'll have to find a reason.
This is a real wordy song too. I like how Barry Hay just keeps on singing and singing, and it just and there's this feel like like things are gonna break out sooner or later. But how far we are just like going along. We're 222 in, and yet we're still things are just still kind of like pregnant with potential. And yeah, okay. My papa says it's not the size nor the way it's looking, it's the way it moves on stiletto shoes. Papa sure improves, but I bet he's just trying to be commercial. Yeah. That's a confusing line. A confusing verse. So let me say something simple to you before we get to do the do. Baby, I love you. That takes care of that. You can take off your hat. You and me got to be the lucky few. I take it that the song has something to do with the red light district of Amsterdam. Maybe the first verse was spoken from the point of view of a friend who was talking about seeing some streetwalker. The second was spoken from the point of view of a John. The third was spoken, well, from the narrator's point of view about frequenting one of the ladies on the corner. There's a tourist in the city that went and lost his lady on purpose, if you ask me. He'll have to find a reason to cover up the treason. Meanwhile, let's hope the night never ends. So a tourist comes to Amsterdam and wants to go sneak off on his travel companion for a while to frequent the red light district. That seems to be what this is about.
To cover up the treason. Meanwhile, let's hope the night never ends. Meanwhile, let's hope the night.
Now it's getting thicker, a bit more voluminous. Yeah, something's about to like break out here. All of a sudden, I'm hearing a little bit of acoustic guitar in there. Yeah, and I really like the searing tone that's really taking over now.
Mad love is coming. I know. Mad love is coming.
Okay, we're getting somewhat of a chorus here, but it still seems to be kind of a chorus in waiting almost. Because mad love is coming. I know mad love is coming. Mad love is coming. So mad love seems to involve duplicity and side action. Let's see. On guitar and slide guitar, Eelco Gelling. Guitar, George Kooyman. So two guys credited on guitar according to Discogs. Rinus Gerritsen, bass, keyboards. Barry Hay just credited with vocals. I was wondering if maybe he had a guitar strapped on too.
Bad love is coming. I know. Bad love is coming.
Okay, more of a peppy beat coming in, kind of a gallop.
Love is coming. I know. Bad love is coming.
Now we got kind of like a kick drum snare thing going on, like 1 2 1 2. And a bit of a like slow wah wah thing in that one like rhythm guitar. Cadence has slightly shifted. We no longer got that no longer got the staccato stuff going on. Now we've got like open cadence riffage, and yet more of a beat, more of a like forward, much more rhythmic now, moving along, seemingly a bit faster. We've kind of like entered the freeway now.
Out on the corner, city boy routine. Right on the border of enemy territory. This is how far you come. This is how far you gone.
Okay, where are the lyrics taking us now? Out on the corner, city boy routine, right on the border of enemy territory. This is how far you've come. This is how far you've gone. There's a fool's moon out. Sirens too loud. Right on the border of enemy territory. Huh. That would almost indicate that they're actually not seeing prostitutes in Amsterdam, but they're seeing prostitutes at some foreign, like, like while stationed overseas in the military or something.
It's too loud, it's cruel. Streets of me is cruel. Too many blows, all about you know. This is how far you come. This is how far you go. There's a fool's moon out.
Yeah, I love how Barry Hay is just like keeps singing and singing and singing over this with such like a gusto, and it's almost like as if the cadence of his vocals like helps kind of like facilitate the rhythmic element, because it just keeps going on, and just the wordiness of it all like is one of the key characteristics of this piece, and it's kind of like lengthy kind of windiness.
Make a big show. My love is coming. Not too soon.
Okay, 4:25 in, and just now we're actually having the real chorus.
I meant to say my love is coming. All the way through. Was afraid of romance.
Okay, that was quite a cathartic arrival. Yeah, okay, let's see. And it's cruel, cruel, streets a mean school, too many blows, below the belt, you know, this is how far you've come, this is how far you've gone, there's a fool's moon out, making me shout, mad love is coming, not too soon, on beds that sail out of the blue, mad love is coming all day through, who's afraid of that romance is doomed. Who is afraid of that romance is doomed? Okay, as in whoever is afraid of that romance is doomed. Okay.
My love's coming. All over your walls. Into your life. Creeping across.
Okay, I really am thinking that a lot of these lines are metaphors of just the danger, and I guess depending on whose point of view, the allure of I guess love on the street corner.
This is how far you come. This is how far you go. There's a fool now. Make a big show. My love is coming. Not too soon. I bet to say
Okay, we're going much more into like the chorus section of the song now, and yeah, things have really, I guess you could say there was never a moment where things just kind of burst out into like the main roar and of the track, where the floodgates just kind of opened at once. It was just kind of gradual and gradual and gradual, and finally kind of we were there before we even really knew it. Now we got some disruption going on. I was hearing kind of like some of those strange bars, basically in 4/4, but like at least one instrument kind of going 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 within the bar, within like the figure of 8 or something. Okay, Okay, now we're getting like some slightly experimental keyboard sounds from Rinus Gerritsen. Look at that. What could be making that sound? Yeah, the drums are more active than they've ever been. Much fuller, just filling out all like every single count with just like hits and. Got kind of some bit of cymbalness going on. That ascending riff that's going to kind of pull us out of this sort of jam-like section and lead us into this epic conclusion. You just know it. It's got that kind of ring to it. This whole song has basically been mostly like two chords for most of it, with just like a couple of exceptions. I think it was mostly like an A minor, and then it for the last while it's been like an E minor, and yet they've been able to like stretch out and move around so much. Mad Love's Comin' by Golden Earring. Yeah, definitely exploring the potential of the kind of drawn out, elongated, simple song with plenty of room for each instrumentalist to show their chops, to kind of like take time interlocking with one another, to take time each exploring their own little licks, their own moments, their own. Yeah, just a very long kind of narrative, wordy throughout much of its length, and then, yeah, spending plenty of time building up to its main body, and yet building a lot of anticipation within that, like keeping the ears engaged, and making transitions that are so subtle that it's. That by the time the next by the time it shifts into the next gear, it's almost like you don't even notice it. You're just kind of there after having waited, and ultimately once the lyrics do finally run out, in fact, it doesn't even go really verse chorus. I mean, we finally get like just after numerous verses, we get this big chorus like somewhere after 4 minutes, and then a few more repetitions of the chorus, and then we go into this lengthy instrumental, and yeah, just a couple of chords like as I said, A minor, then E later on, then like a couple of different chords on the chorus, and that's. Yeah, it's just such a simple structure, yet so, like, developed in so many places, in so many ways. Yeah. Golden Earring from their 1976 release Contraband, their second of that year, and their 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I guess their 12th studio album. Their And perhaps their 10th with Barry Hay. Yeah. For more rubies and sapphires from the catalog of Golden Earrings, see the directory of albums by Dutch artists linked in the description below. Like and subscribe and follow me on social media, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about this track, its layers, its instrumentation, the interplay, the build-up, the lyrics. If you have different interpretations about where those lyrics were going, I'd like to hear them, because I was a little bit confused. I did the best I could. I really doubt anyone. No one on Genius has left a comment on it. The wiki page is pretty scant. This album was issued in the U.S. as simply Mad Love, with like one song changed. Yeah. I guess the prior album, To the Hilt, was not issued here. Anyway. Until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled tri-maximalist, signing off.